and welcome to my YouTube channel Zoophilic Buddy. Today we are going to start with the second topic of the digestive system, that is layers of the GI tract. A well-labeled diagram is shown on the blackboard. Carefully look at the labelings. So, let's get started with the lecture. The wall of the GI tract from the lower esophagus to the anal canal has some basic four-layered arrangement of tissues. The four layers of the tract from deep to superficial are the mucosa, submucosa, muscularis and serosa. सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे म्यूकोसा की. द म्यूकोसा और इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ द जीआई ट्रैक्ट इज अ म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन. इट इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ फर्स्ट a layer of epithelium in the direct contact with the contents of the GI tract. Second is a layer of connective tissue called the lamina propria, and third is a thin layer of smooth muscle. First is the epithelium in the mouth, pharynx, esophagus and anal canal is mainly non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium that serves a protective function. Simple columnar epithelium, which functions in secretion and absorption, lines the stomach and intestines. The tight junctions that firmly seal neighboring simple columnar epithelial cells to one another restrict leakage between the cells. The rate of renewal of GI tract epithelial cells is rapid. Every 5 to 7 days they slug off and are replaced by new cells. Located among the epithelial cells are exocrine cells that secrete mucus and fluid into the lumen of the tract, and several types of endocrine cells collectively called the enteroendocrine glands that secretes hormones. Second is lamina propria. The lamina propria is an areolar connective tissue containing many blood and lymphatic vessels, which are the routes by which nutrients absorbed into the GI tract reach the other tissues of the body. This layer supports the epithelium and binds it to the muscularis mucosa. The lamina propria also contains the majority of the cells of the mucosa associated lymphatic tissue. इसका एब्रीविएशन कैसे हम करते हैं? MALT. एब्रीविएटेड फॉर्म को हम प्रोनाउंस कैसे करते हैं? माल्ट. Full form is mucosa associated lymphatic tissue. It is very important. Now, these prominent lymphatic nodules contain immune system cells that protect against disease. Malt is present all along the GI tract, especially in the tonsils, small intestine, appendix, and large intestine. A thin layer of smooth muscle fiber, also called muscularis mucosa, throws the mucous membrane of the stomach and small intestine into many small folds, which increase the surface area for digestion and absorption. Movements of the muscularis mucosa ensure that all absorptive cells are fully exposed to the contents of the GI tract. The second layer is submucosa. Submucosa consists of areolar connective tissue that binds the mucosa to the muscularis. It contains many blood and lymphatic vessels that receive absorbed food molecules. Also located in the submucosa is an extensive network of neurons known as the submucosal plexus. The submucosa also contain glands and lymphatic tissue. Now next layer of the GI tract is muscularis, the third one. The muscularis of the mouth, pharynx and superior and middle parts of the esophagus contain skeletal muscle that produces voluntary swallowing. Skeletal muscle also forms the external anal sphincter, which permits voluntary action of defecation. Throughout the rest of the tract, the muscularis consists of smooth muscles that is generally found in two sheets: an inner sheet of circular fibers and an outer sheet of longitudinal fibers. Involuntary contractions of the smooth muscle help break down of food, mix it well with the digestive enzymes, the secretions, and propel it along the tract. Between the layers of the muscularis is the second plexus of neurons, the mesenteric plexus. Now the last one is serosa. Those portions of the GI tract that are suspended in the abdominopelvic cavity have a superficial layer called the serosa. As its name implies, the serosa is a serous serous membrane composed of areolar connective tissue and simple squamous epithelium. The serosa is also called the visceral peritoneum because it forms a portion of the peritoneum which we examine in detail shortly. The esophagus lack a serosa, instead only a single layer of areolar connective tissue that called the adventitia forms the superficial layer of this organ. That's it regarding the layers of the GI tract. Hope you will understand this topic through this diagram only, and for reference इसका मैंने नाम लिखा है लेयर्स का जो कि हम सब पढ़ चुके हैं. म्यूकोसा में एपिथेलियम पढ़ा, लेमिना प्रोपेरिया पढ़ा, माल उसमें आता ये पढ़ा, देन मस्कुलरिस म्यूकोसा पढ़ा, सब म्यूकोसा आया, मस्कुलरिस लेयर आई, लास्ट वन इज सेरोसा. Now that's it regarding the layers of the GI tract. Thanks for watching this video till end. Do subscribe the channel.